Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
Welcome back. It's the Field of 68 live, and we have some big news. We have Noah Thomasson here, all conference at Niagara last year, 19 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists per game, and he is going to be making his decision. First of all, Noah, congratulations. I know this is such an exciting moment. How are you feeling right now, man?
I'm good, man. I'm fired up. Kind of ready to get this out to the world so I can, start my next chapter, man, and get ready to work.
This is pretty cool because of your story, Noah. Your backstory is pretty incredible. Coming out of high school, didn't have a lot going on. You go to Houston Baptist at that point. Now it's Houston Christian. You go for a year, and then you end up going junior college. You go to Butler Community College. Coming out of there, I believe you had one offer, and that was Niagara. So you got to go across the country to Niagara, where you turn into an absolute stud for Greg Paulus. And now you got all these big boys beating down your door. Just talk a little bit about the journey and what it's been like. It's probably been a little bit of a roller coaster ride for you, hasn't it?
Oh, of course, man. I mean, kind of like a level of uncertainty the whole time. You kind of really don't know what's going on. Going into my senior year, I had a Division II offer and a junior college offer. So the whole year I was just trying to prove myself the entire time and, try to get that Division I offer that I was looking for. Going to Houston Baptist, it was a great experience for me. I got to learn a lot from a lot of older guys who went on to be pros. It was a tough year for us, not really winning, but it was still a learning experience. And then I felt like I wanted to be a part of something special. So I bet on myself and went to junior college.
So Noah, when you started getting some of these calls from some of the high major programs and high major coaches that have been recruiting you, were you expecting that when you put your name in the portal? Like, is it, I mean, when you declare, or when you put your name in the portal, like, did it surprise you to see some of these big names? Because there's some big programs that have been on your tail.
Of course, man. Obviously, my story that I have, I'm not really used to hearing from these big time schools. So when I entered the portal at first, man, it was a little, starstruck a little bit, but I was very thankful to be in this position that I'm in.
So as you started to evaluate your options, as Rob alluded to them, some big name programs came calling. What became most important to you as you began the decision-making process?
When I was making this process, me and my mother and my AAU coach Ken Gamble, we broke down every school that was recruiting me. Kind of the levels that they were recruiting me at. Was the head coaches calling me, or was it just assistants or ops guys, all that different kind of things. And then once we narrowed it down to about 10 schools, we looked at, what school has a strong roster together, what team has a chance to really do something special if they add me. And then we went from there, and then that's when I broke it down to my final 5, and then we started taking visits.
All right, so Noah, I talked to Greg Paulus for a while, who coached you at Niagara. I've known him forever. And I said, all right, describe his game for me. Who's he like? He said, like, kind of like James Harden. He's a poor man's James Harden, 6'3", lefty, big, strong, scoring guard. Give me the scouting report in your game.
Like you said, left hand. A lot of teams try to force me right, but I think I just have a knack of being able to get to the basket and not only create for myself, but create for my teammates. If I had to scout against myself, I would probably say try to make him use his right hand and make him take tough twos. I mean, I think that's what everybody make them take tough shots. I think this year I had a very, very high luck of making a lot of tough shots, but I think getting to the basket, getting downhill, creating for my teammates is something that's my strong suit.
Do you play defense? Because I know that's not really James Harden's strong suit.
Hey.
Oh, I mean, I played for Greg Paulus, man, a guy that played at Duke where they play defense.
Paulus didn't guard. He just slapped the floor, Noah. He didn't guard at all. He looked like he was guarding when he slapped the floor.
Nah, I mean, the thing for me every night was to guard the best player. I know that I was going to be one of the better players on the floor, but if I can't guard, then I don't have a chance. So
I'm curious, what's the ceiling on your beard? Is this like 10%? If it's a James Harden comp, I mean, how much more work do we have there?
I cut it down recently, so it can get a little longer than this, but I don't really want the James Harden beard. Kind of want to do my own thing with that one.
A lot of food stuck in that beard.
Yeah.
All right. Who are you looking at, Noah? first, before you make your announcement, tell people who it came down to.
My Final Five, which is all great programs, great coaching staff. It came down to University of San Francisco, St. John's University, Penn State, Pittsburgh, and Georgia.
All right, let's do it, my man. Let's do it. The time is now. Where are you going to continue and finish your college career?
Okay, well, after a long process through this transfer portal, first I'd like to thank every school that's reached out to me and took their time to recruit me. It's a blessing to be in this position. I'd like to thank my parents just for kind of being by my side. But for the next year, I'll be I'm gonna say this now, ring the bell, be playing for Mike White, University of Georgia.
Woo. Congrats, man. Congrats.
Huge.
That's big time. Big time going to the SEC, playing for Mike White, a program that's certainly on the uptick right now. Why? Why did you pick, Mike White in Georgia? You have Rick Pitino in St. John's. You had some really good coaches and programs in there. Why Georgia?
Like I said, man, every coaching staff was a really great coaching staff. This was a hard decision to make because all these schools are good schools. I think they were just one of the first, schools to really reach out to me and kind of build a bond and relationship. I got to see them multiple times, kind of hear their faces and hear what their goals are for me. And my dad lives in Atlanta, so that's not that far from Athens. So, when I looked at this, man, I was like, it just feels like home. So.
Our partner for today's episode is Athletic Greens. I started taking AG1 during the college basketball season, and I loved the impact that it had on my energy levels. I'm a big coffee in the morning guy, but by the time that the afternoon would hit, I needed another boost. AG1 helped me tremendously, especially on those days when I didn't want to get up off the couch and go hit the gym. Their tagline is AG1 is comprehensive health and the power of habit in one. And man, that could not be more true. It's nearly impossible to eat and drink in a healthy manner in the month of February and the month of March when you are in my business. And AG1 was exactly the supplement that I needed to improve my gut health and cover my nutritional basis for the day. I've continued that into April. I've continued that into May, and I'm going to continue that the rest of the summer. All I have to do is mix a scoop of AG1 with some water or maybe add it into a smoothie, and I'm ready to go. Do it after lunch, and you'll be ready to go for the rest of the day. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/field68. That's field68, FIELD, the number 6, the number 8, and you can get yours now. So check it out and help support this show. Thanks.
No, you talked about this. You talked about this roster before you made your announcement, right? You said you were looking at rosters. Who are you excited to play with on this Georgia team next year?
Justin Hill's my guy. I've been knowing him since we were 8 or 9 years old. We played AAU together in the 7th grade with Gulf Coast Blue Chips. So that was somebody that, a chance to play with him again would be cool. And I have another funny story. Big Russ that just committed to them from South Florida. I scored my first college points against him. So I kind of drove off. He was at Texas Tech at the time. I was at Houston Baptist. We played him at Midland College in like a neutral site kind of game. And I got in with about 2 minutes to go. And they in Texas Tech, they can really guard. And he fouled me. I got to the free throw line. I made both free throws. So that's kind of an interesting story too.
Never let him forget it, man. Never let him forget it.
Hey, before we let you go, I can't let you go without giving me your most embarrassing, your favorite story on Paulus. All right, you got to give me something good here because, the thing with Paulus was when he was a player at Duke, right? You go in after the game and he was already a coach. He would never screw up in what he said. He was politically, like everything about him was like perfect. There's got to be something. First of all, like, can he play at all anymore? Or do you guys just absolutely crush him when he tries to get out there and play pickup?
Oh, well, I know he's going to try to tell you that he doesn't play anymore, but he's not telling the truth. He gets out there and plays, man. He'll throw a no-look pass, and then he'll tell our big man, like, you better have your hands ready when you're playing with me. So I'll tell you the funniest story. When we were in practice, we were prepping for Canisius, and he checks the ball up to me, and I have my hand down. He just walks in and shoots like an NBA three-pointer. And then after that, I was like, nah, man, you're not scoring no more for the rest of the day. But I think with him, the biggest thing was just learning from a point guard. He taught me a lot of things in my 2 years here, how to run a team, you know, how to get certain guys to kind of buy into what you want to do. You can't yell at everybody. You kind of got to put your arm around them. He was great at doing that with me. So I took a lot from Coach Paulus, man. Shout out to him.
Yeah, great human being. He says the same about you. Couldn't stop raving when he was talking, not only about you as a player and what you did for that Niagara program, but also as a person and what Mike White and the Georgia Bulldogs are going to get next year. So, Noah, congrats, my man. Good luck next season in Athens, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, for sure. Thank you, guys.
Congrats, Noah.
All right.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.